You are going to sound so stupid when this episode comes out, Jonathan.
He doesn't know how to use a blanket or how 1, 2, 3 works.
Welcome to Behind the Sins, presented by CinemaSins.
Hello and welcome to Behind the Sins, a weekly look at everything going on inside the world of CinemaSins. I'm Ian Whittington, and this week I'm joined by Jonathan Watkins.
Hello, hello.
Danae Hughes, and...
Hello. No, you're doing great. Keep going.
We write for CinemaSins and TV Sins and do various other things inside the CinemaSins universe as well. Something about baffle-gabbers. I had buns thrown at me the other day. How are you two?
Wow. Buns?
Hold on. Are you reading from a script?
Bun? Oh, these are rolls. Those are rolls. This is very
No,
different buns.
They called them buns. I've heard them called buns. Although
Yeah.
buns
They
typically...
literally say hot rolls.
No, they say hot
That's
buns.
true, because buns
They do
here...
not.
So what do you call
buns.
hamburger buns and hot dog buns in England?
That's a roll.
A roll?
That's a roll.
So you do reverse. It's a hamburger roll, and the roll is a bun. So it's kind of like in the South how lunch is dinner and dinner is supper.
Just ignore it and move on. Just ignore it and move on.
What was that?
That was the doorbell?
The G word. That was the doorbell coming through the G word. Because if I say the G word, it will set off the G word device.
Guys, this is going to be one of the strangest episodes of Behind the Sins you will ever listen to. Welcome to the show.
Are you
Hello.
Are you reading from a script, Ian? Because it's way too bad he didn't have say your name or something, and then you would have just said, "This is name."
I'm Say Your Name, and this week I'm with name and name. No, but what I do have the script, and I added some of my own bits for me, but I didn't switch out Aaron. So I was like Ron Burgundy, just read whatever's in front of him.
Go fuck yourself, San Diego.
It's probably pretty obvious at this point that Aaron is not here, and Ian is in the hot seat as the host, but Danae, who also has a lot of hosting experience, is going to struggle with control the entire time and try to take over. Also, Jonathan and Danae and Ian have a ton of work to do. We talked so much beforehand, so this show is already over. Guys, it's been such a great episode of BTS. Thanks for being here. We really love you guys so much.
I mean,
That's
everything
the easiest
was
thing
great.
I've ever had to host.
But wait, but then people are going to be asking, "Where's the beef?"
We have to talk
Will they,
about that.
Well,
You're right.
let's
Let's just
do it
do
then.
commercial sins and then skip to Cruella.
With that, let's go to the SinSide Scoop.
What's he building in there?
I've got a secret.
Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain.
This is a true story.
Okay, this is where we go and have a look into the videos of the week, the process of sending them, and how we've heard about the show, stroke movie in general. First up is commercial sins. Americans, please explain this to me. Wendy's, where's the beef?
Do you have Wendy's?
We do not have Wendy's.
Is Wendy's international at all? I don't even know. I'm curious now.
I don't know either, but we, when Ian was coming to the U.S., we decided to make a list of food that he wanted to try. And both Aaron and I were delighted when several of them were just, for us, basic fast food places.
Yeah, I just listed Arby's, Chick-fil-A, Wendy's, and like Taco Bell. It's just like nothing fancy, just stuff that I can't get from home. I quite like Wendy's. I enjoy it.
There's a Wendy's International company, but I can't figure out. But there's not in England, so gotcha.
Maybe they have just one in Australia or something bizarre.
Yeah, like there's one it's in Madrid. It's just
we're just hanging out there.
Spanish people love singles. They're just,
love them Wendy's.
or it's probably called Uno, right? It would be the Uno.
It would be wouldn't it be a Royale with cheese? That's the other joke. Right, Jonathan, you wrote on this. How was the commercial? How did you enjoy it?
Yeah, Ian. So you don't know that? Yeah, this is like a super famous commercial from my childhood. I don't know if it was still going on. I don't know, Danae. You're blank old, but
Timeless.
You're truly. No, do you remember this commercial at all, or do you?
I remember the saying. I remember like the motto, the whatever you want to call it, like the tag, like where is the beef? That just kind of now it's still going, but now it's like dun, 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 where's the beef? And this is just like old ladies, but I don't remember this commercial. So
yeah, this was super famous. I don't remember like when it premiered or anything, but I remember this was a thing people would say a lot when I was a child because it kind of became like a you know, like kind of like what we were talking about mayhem is today and stuff. You know, it just became like a famous slogan. That, and I remember the other one was the life call thing where it was I'm falling but I can't get up.
Yes, I remember that one.
Oh my God, both of those. Those were the two elderly commercial people sayings.
I loved this videos so much, but oddly, my laughter in it, like where I really lost it, was when it took a hard right into Captain D's territory.
Oh yeah.
The Captain D. I don't know what that is, but the hate over the honey mustard was glorious.
Captain D's it's a fast food. It's seafood. Do you have those in your area,
Do you
Danae?
have seafood?
No. Do you have Captain
Yes.
D's in your area?
I have seafood.
I know they don't.
Yeah.
But Captain
We're in
D's, Long John Silver's, they're all just these like chains that do like fast food seafood, and it's like seafood, and they do have like chicken strips and stuff. So I guess that's why they have honey mustard. But like their honey mustard, I guess Captain D's will never advertise for us. That's fine. Their honey mustard smells.
They're listening, so be careful.
Smells really weird.
Of course.
And also, I don't know, honey mustard's such a weird thing to have, like but they just have a smell to them. It's not necessarily bad, but like if you've ever eaten Captain D's in a car and then left the Captain D's in the car for like a couple hours.
Ooh,
Yeah.
no. Yeah, it is so thickly greased.
Yeah.
The thing about Captain
It's all
D's,
fried. Like
everything is fried. And so when you get into like a 500-foot radius, maybe even a half mile, it's just be really like long, like, and your windows are down in the car, you're walking, you can smell the oil in the air as you approach restaurants like this. And
no.
yeah.
And
So it's not my favorite place to eat because it's just,
Yeah, and
like,
that's one of
the
the few-
crispiness is okay, but if they get the
Yeah.
crispiness wrong, then it's just like this weird sort of like extra
Soggy business.
And they have
soggy skin.
And they have these
Soggy
things,
bottom.
Ian, like underneath the fish and stuff, which you probably, I mean, you've probably see this like I mean, you have a lot of fried fish in England, obviously, but
Yeah.
like
Oh,
they
yeah,
have
yeah,
like
definitely.
the remnants of that, like the little fried, crispy remnants of that, which they call
no,
at
that's
Captain
the
D's, they call
best.
cracklin'.
Yeah,
And
yeah, no,
you can
we would
actually
just- yeah.
just order a box of
Or- yeah.
cracklin'.
Yeah. No, so most chip shops in England,
Yeah.
you can just ask for, it's like offcuts and crackling, and it will be like the end bits of chips, of battered sausages, of fish.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so
just
good.
fried. It's just like
it's fried
flour.
This has nothing to do with this commercial, which is hilarious. We're talking about Captain
Great. This
D's.
is great. What was your favourite stuff to your favourite sins that you wrote, Jonathan?
It's kind of like I guess it's kind of the same feeling I get like when I get to do like a movie for my childhood, you know. So it was that was just really cool to be assigned this one, and
Well done today.
and it was really fun to work on.
For signing it.
The Captain D's one was fun because, like I already said, and then in fact that's the only one I actually wrote down because I didn't want to, like, I don't know, talking about my own sons is weird to me, but but I just thought it was, you know, when you start, like, because we do this, even though that's the point, it's supposed to be funny, like where's the beef in other restaurants, but Wendy's has the beef. But then when you start thinking about that, it's like, well, I mean, they have to have beef. And then so just like trying to figure out how to send that. And then I remembered from my Chick-fil-A days, so I think this is true with most fast food restaurants, I remember the add meat button, which we never use, like never. Nobody asks for extra meat. But
I didn't know it
that's-
was an option.
especially in
I will
Chick-fil-A,
now.
because you'd have like two huge like chicken patties, but maybe at like restaurants they do. But most places now have like doubles and triples and stuff like that. So
I think that I know 2 people in the last month who have said add meat
from your day job?
from my date. Yes,
That's a bit.
that's right.
What was the context for that?
We don't need it. We don't
Okay,
need it
good.
at all.
Oh, you were talking about a restaurant. I'm very confused right now.
You know, we'll
Danae,
just
what did
move
you
on.
think of the commercials? And quickly, what did you think?
I did not get that at all. I'm so dumb.
Me? I don't know what I think.
I want to know what you think.
Thanks,
Yeah.
host. No, I loved it. I like Jonathan's commercial sin scripts quite a lot. Again, one of my favorite things about commercial sins is it's truly just completely one writer's mind palace of sins. So you kind of get a chance to see what one person will do. And my favorite was, again, the right turn into Captain D's territory, which was unexpected to be sending one restaurant and go in a different direction. But I also cracked up on it's not the size, it's whether it tastes like shit. I just thought that was really fucking funny. Good work.
Yep. That's what my mum always told me. It's nice to have that opportunity to sin something that you probably like, how often is Captain D's going to come up and you're just like, this is my time. This is my moment. This is where I get to do some stuff.
I've been waiting for this for so long.
Yeah, so I had that. It's it's not the size of the beef that counts, it's how little it tastes like. It tastes like shit is great, and scene does not contain a Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Yeah, that was a quick one. I kept trying to figure out it, because even when I was watching the edit, I was trying to figure out if we should leave that in, but I just decided, it's fine.
No, I love it. That's perfect. Beautiful. Right, let's move on to the TV Sins episodes of the week, and with Invincible episode 3, which was a Cardoso Watkins script. Watto Dokins? Watto? Yeah. Cardkins. Jonathan, you again.
Oh, yeah. This was fun. Was this the first... Wait, what episode of Invincible is this?
Is it the third?
Yeah, it's episode 3.
So I guess this is the second. So, and I think I wrote episode 2 with Daniel. Who are you calling ugly? I was just trying to remember if something, because I've written a couple scripts with Daniel, but I was trying to remember if this was the first or second one that aired. So, but Daniel's very fun to write with. He brings a lot of fun stuff to the table, and always surprises me. And
yeah, me too.
I'm enjoying the more I get to work with him, because I've worked with him not quite as much as I think some of you guys, but he's great. And this script was really funny. I love it. I've said it already. I love Invincible. I think Invincible is a really good show. It's an adaptation of one of my all-time favorite comics, too, so that could play into why I like it so much. But, I mean, I think they do a good job with it. I loved Daniel wrote the thing about questioning whether or not there are other robots in the world, which I've never thought about. Like, after reading, 100 and whatever issues of the comic and watching the show, that never even crossed my mind.
It is weird.
Yeah, so it's like, has this name never been an issue and Robot just happens to be standing next to another robot, or is Robot a surname and Cecil is just one of those people? And I like how we leave it at that. It doesn't even explain it. It's just, okay, what is those people? The sign that says parking in rear. I just love that the sign was, I think this joke is actually pretty hilarious, but geometry.
Was that Daniel?
Yeah, that was 100%.
Oh, that's so good. Yeah, I love it. That was great.
And then, he also, the part where they're like, Invincible hit that little girl, which is ridiculous because they had all watched the fight, and the Sin was like, show thinks that someone who just witnessed that fight between Rex and Monster Girl is really going to try and cancel Invincible over this. I just thought that was a great, observation. So no, it was fun to work on. I don't really have anything more to say about the show, except if for some reason you're not watching it, I would recommend it if you like comic book thingies.
Yeah, massive gore warning, but
yeah.
I'll go next. I don't think I've been on the show when we've talked about Invincible. I can't remember, but yeah, I love this show as well. So good. Goes in a ton of different directions, which was surprising for what it is, because you kind of think it might be a bit Rick and Morty-ish, a bit kind of goofy, but it is serious as heck. This show is not taking any prisoners. I love it. It's glorious. Have him bounce his pecs and it will make him look like even more of an apple. I love it when we turn an apple Sin in particular on its head and do something different with it. That was beautiful. There wasn't even an apple in the scene. It was just him bouncing his pecs makes him look like an arsehole. I love it. I think my biggest problem with the episode is that the girl gets younger whenever she transforms. So why are you transforming in the middle of training? What are you doing? You're going to be embryonic if you're not careful. What is she gaining from the training session?
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
It's for us. So we can see it happen. So we know, which is I also think it's, if you had that ability, you would save them so carefully. You would
world is in danger. Everything is ending because it has such a high personal cost.
She was one of my favorite characters in the comic book series because I just thought that was such a cool, I don't know. That's just something that if it's been done before in some form, I don't remember it, but that just felt so unique and original. She can do good, but she also hurts herself every time. I don't know. It's just interesting.
It's an interesting dynamic.
The idea that you don't age mentally, or de-age rather, but you de-age physically.
Yeah.
And at what point is it
And eventually you just be a boss baby.
Exactly. What a weird correlation, huh?
Oh no, we didn't need that.
That's strange.
Oh no.
That's the reason Boss Baby exists. Now we know.
No, then we need to stop Invincible for the sake of not having any more boss. I'm sorry, Jonathan. It's worth it in the long run. Take the hit.
Fair enough.
Last one I mentioned is getting this excited about chicken pot pie. Now, specifically, because it's interesting hearing Aaron or the narrator say this when I have sat next to the man.
Yeah.
at his most excited when a chicken pot pie was on the way, and this man was giddy, and he took it round the table. It's like, you got to try this pot pie, you got to have it. So to then hear his voice say, yeah, whatever, pot pie, it's no big deal. I was like, you liar, sir. You love the pot pie.
Well, I wrote that, and I do. I mean, and even if I love chicken pot pie, I still probably would have wrote that. But I actually hate chicken pot pie with a passion. Well, okay, I'll say this. I had sometimes, like, especially when you're younger, if you get really sick after eating something, even if that thing didn't cause you getting sick, you're still going to correlate that. So I've never been able to eat it again. But but I did originally just have chicken pot pie. I think that's all I had. And I think I believe Aaron added that, like getting this excited, which I thought did make it better. So
yeah, it was a great bit of correlation that not 48 hours before the man had been so excited,
not shocked
and now he's lying.
He loves chicken pot pie. You're not wrong.
Love it.
I kind of like making him say things that are like
against his soul. I was like, I hate Pixar, and that's the sin, but it's in like nothing to do with Pixar.
There's actually a one we're working on right now, and one of the sins that was written is like this desire for more Broadway musical, and my comment was like, does the narrator actually like musicals, or does Aaron like musicals? Like,
Nice.
I'm gonna ask this question. Nice. It's a hard question, I know.
I think I noted that one, because I think I wrote that one. I can't remember now.
So we'll see. We'll see. But it's fun to like think that what I would do is make him hate musicals, like knowing that Aaron deep in his soul is having to narrate something that just causes him pain because I am an evil person.
Yeah, I love musicals too, but I feel like the narrators don't. Like, that's always kind of been, but the narrators don't like anything, right? I mean, that's the whole point.
I mean, oddly, the TV Sins kind of does a little bit. We play into that.
Yeah, it's really hard. If it's something he feels really strongly about, it's hard to get him to agree to, like, it's like but that's what you're supposed to be doing, man. You're supposed to not like this stuff. We can't take like 7 sins off. No.
We should come up with a list of things he hates so that like when he's getting into character, he can look over and be like, lemonade. Fuck him. You know?
Does he not like lemonade?
I don't know. He likes lemonade. He likes what are they called? Arnold Palmer's. So maybe we like make a list of things we know Aaron loves, but like the narrator hates it. So like Arnold Palmer's and
so many internal
chicken pot
conflict.
Pies. Yeah.
Badly put together puns.
It's for his own good.
Lazy punning.
I really enjoyed the so it was interesting to me, like, to put like the duplicate now is cheating with Rex and this stuff, because I haven't continued to watch this show after sinning the first episode.
I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, so I'm kind of like watching this episode 3, which, by the way, the title card says season 1, episode 1, but the video thumbnail says season 1, episode 3. So I got really, really confused for a split second. I was like, wait, I did that.
We screwed up and missed it. Yeah.
Guess what, guys? We're human. We miss things sometimes, even though there's like 12 people looking at it. I haven't really gone in. So I'm watching the Sins video, almost kind of getting caught up on a soap opera in quick, like a quick form of it. So I was like, oh, not Rex and duplicate. How scandalous. So that was interesting. But I really like the sin associated with that, which was like envy. And now lust, like just the back-to-back delivery of that one. You guys mentioned a lot of the other ones that I enjoyed. I really did like the whole concept of privacy or me time is sort of out the window, and the sin was Facebook. We could probably put any company on the end of that one. We could have done Google. We could have done, any really
Amazon,
major tech
anyone
company.
That's listening. Yeah.
But Facebook is obviously the easy go-to there. But it's true, and I like sending Facebook. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was good to catch up on the show. I haven't seen it for a while.
Okay, let's move on to the next TV Sins video, which is Rick and Morty, The Ricks Must Be Crazy. This was a Watkins-Whittington script, or as the Discord group called it, a wee-wah.
A wee-wah. Wow.
Yeah, this is a wee-wah script. Okay. I'll go first. Rick and Morty is actually getting easier for me to sin. I'm not too sure why. I think it's because
your soul is being dissolved by our company.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I'm now numb to all of this. Nothing shocks me. So even though Rick and Morty is bizarro after bizarro episode, it still hits the same kind of ridiculous beats and self-contradicting stuff. So it's fun. This is kind of like an Inception ish episode, and that was my I guess taking issue is wrong because it's a cartoon and it's ridiculous, but the fact that each layer of universe still had the same stuff in it. So chocolate had to independently come about. Deers with just an extra eye had to be a thing. Like, there were so many things that related to the universe above it that shouldn't have done. Pterodactyls appearing. So that bugged me, and I should just let it go, but I won't. In terms of the Sins xylophiles, I like not coming up, I didn't invent the words, but finding a file. I think Morty says something about masturbating to a particularly curvy piece of driftwood. I was like, well, there's definitely a word for somebody that is attracted to trees. And it's a xylophile.
Wow.
So that's a real thing. That's an actual
And what a
thing
Google
you can be.
search that is.
Now I know what I am. Wait, shit. Did I say that out loud?
Now I know where I belong.
This is my niche. This is where I belong.
Do they have xylophile conventions?
Yeah. I really hate it because for a Sins video that's coming out soon-ish, I had to Google what an affection for or an attraction to a certain rodent is like. And so I just had to Google, like, being attracted to rats. And I need to know the word. Stop judging me, internet.
That's never going to happen. You're going to be judged
That's
forever.
one I just would have let go. I'm like, no, I'm not going to look that up. Or I'm going to make it up.
The worst thing is I did have to let it go because I couldn't find the right word. So I was like, yep, great. Can't even defend it. And I personally love painting an alternate picture of a scene with just one sentence. So it's right at the end of the episode when they come out of the universe and out of the car. And I'm like, yes, but what if the hood is locked? Because there's no, like, warning. Like, they die. Like, and Rick and Morty is, like, fucked up enough to let that happen. So I just kind of wanted the latch to close and it's whoop, out, blood everywhere. So yeah, I enjoyed that. I enjoyed painting that little
really
mental
good.
picture.
Whoop, out.
Out, done. Danae, you're up next.
Oh, okay. Yes, Rick and Morty. You've talked about it a lot. I'm going to hit my favorite sins on this one. I really liked the sci-fi words that you can't just make up a sci-fi word and hope that it means something. And then the sin was about Star Trek, but specifically how many episodes there were of Star Trek. And
Over 800.
Yeah. It's almost like you knew that. Weird.
Perhaps.
I hate to be the actually guy, and then he just laughs at himself because that's what we do.
He is.
But I actually really enjoyed the on the nose straight up sin for using the word gay as an insult. There are some times when we really try to craft our sins and kind of craft our jokes and make it funny in new ways and deliver it in an interesting way. And then there's sometimes it's just like, nope, that is a sin, and we're just going to say it out loud. And it doesn't have to carry a lot of weight and alliteration and wit. It's just like, that's dumb and that shouldn't happen. And it kind of was like, yeah, I'm glad to see that one because it feels like current content has moved away from using that as a slur. But then you go back and you watch old content and it's like, man, that was so accepted.
It's one of the reasons I love putting it in because it's probably in the last 10 years that it's now, I mean, it's never acceptable, but it's now actually we're thinking about, we really shouldn't use that as a negative thing. And the first time it popped up to me was when I was at college and I had a German teacher that was gay, and the guy that was sat next to me, it was like we were given some extra homework and he just exclaimed, "That's gay." And the next lesson was just the teacher explaining, yep, I'm not going to be mad at you, but we're going to explain why that's not okay. And you don't realise you're doing it, but you're using this in a way. And the kid next to me was just like, yeah, no, I didn't even mean any offence by it. It's just what we say. So yeah, language needs to evolve. And if we can have a tiny say in that, it's great.
It's interesting because I specifically when we do stuff from like the late 90s or like the early aughts, like it's in everything, like
everywhere.
And this was only probably 4 or 5 years ago, so I'm kind of surprised. Like I was surprised to hear it in this, and it wasn't even like they were poking fun at it. Like they were, I mean, that just felt like dialogue that was coming out of their mouth.
I don't know what they were getting at.
If they were
with
trying to make fun of it, it did not come across correctly.
Exactly. And I don't know if when this was created that there was that awareness or that like movement towards being sure that we
that's
when
the
we
tail
slur
end.
And that's good. It's good if that, like, it's almost like sometimes I don't mind things being in our pop culture so that we are reminded of mistakes. Like we can't just erase them all.
Yeah, of course.
And this is just an example of a way to use a word callously or without thinking about it. And you're right, we should eliminate that. But then also just, it's so important there's just a split second of time in our minds where you have control over the words that are going to come out of your mouth. And when you go into just a free flow and you're just using language without thought, you can insult people accidentally, absolutely, because you don't know what you're saying or whatever. Some people use it intentionally, though, and those are very dangerous conversations to get into. But anyways, it was a good example. It was kind of like a nice, I was like, yeah, that's a good sin. Like, fuck yeah. So I really like that. So.
Very much so.
Cool. If that's it, let's go on to the music video.
Jonathan's turn.
Did I just skip you entirely?
It's okay.
Wow,
No, it's okay, man.
I mean, you are just doing so good.
Oh man, I am hosting the what's it's off of this.
I mean,
so
honestly, you guys mentioned most of the stuff I had, but I will say, I mean, we've talked about Rick and Morty a bunch, like Danae said.
Yeah.
This, I don't know, this is one of my favorite episodes, but I quite like it.
No.
My favorite part, which is kind of weird, but I just liked the dark comic undertones of it with when the third reality, when that guy realized that
I know, I like that.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I don't like what necessarily happens to him, but there's something about that moment, and then Morty trying to like tell him it's okay. There's just something about that moment that's like really, it was just really well written.
It's great because Rick goes on the journey of objecting, and then when he's talking to the next guy, he's defending it, and it's just this chain of realization of, oh no, I'm the simulation bugger.
Summer being able to text was ridiculous. I think we both had something there. I'm pretty sure that's Ian's sin, because I think mine was a little more simplistic.
Oh yeah, we both had it. Yeah, it's dumb.
Yeah, that was what that was. I mean, even for this show, I was like, why did that doesn't even make sense. Maybe she was playing a game, or she was supposed to be playing a game or something, but it looked like she was texting. And
she was absolutely texting.
Even then, she shouldn't have been able to play a game. I mean, she shouldn't have had anything there where she could have. And I just like the randomness of, I guess the multiverse must really love fucking dinosaurs. Honestly, I can't blame them. And
dinosaurs are great.
Who would want to live in a universe where one pan of beige constitutes a feast?
Yes. Oh my God, the beige pans.
I would not. Yeah,
but yeah, that's it. We can move on now. Move on.
Nice. Right, now we can do it. Man, this is going to be an editing fun factory. Right, let's move into music video sins, and I don't know what this is. Silk Sonic feat the people of Silk Sonic. Isn't everybody that's on the featuring thing actually in the band?
Yeah, so Silk Sonic is made up of Bruno Mars, and I'm sorry, I forgot the other guy. That's terrible. Hold on one second.
I've also forgotten, but we'll put it in the notes somewhere unless Danae can pull it up.
Right.
But yeah,
wait, what am I looking up? Silk.
The band members of Silk Sonic.
A type of fiber. It's like a fabric.
So, Smoking Out the Window is the name of the song. I'll go first. The biggest thing I wanted to pull out was diamonds on your wrist, diamonds on your chest. Is that a thing for man juices? Because it gets sinned. Is that a thing? Is that what that means?
Man juices? Can you elaborate, Ian?
Well, the sin is like that he blames Nicki Minaj for that becoming like the lexicon of baby juices. And I didn't realize it was, and I'm now broken and corrupted.
You didn't realize what was jism?
Yes, apparently that's what it means. Diamonds. What
I want to make you say the really uncomfortable things. That's all.
Semen. Hi, Mum and Dad. Yeah, apparently.
Joe
Be proud of me, Mom and Dad.
Joe Seaman. I met a nice kid. His name's Joe Seaman.
Yeah. Two more butts. Anyway, that's all I had for that. Really, I just wanted to clarify: is that a thing, or is that
what
just something?
A thing? Is what? I'm sorry, I missed some of this.
The fact that having diamonds on your wrist and on your chest is the equivalent of having semen.
Oh, I think he's
this is what keeps you up.
I don't know of a specific Nicki Minaj song, but yeah, there might be something where it's possible.
Okay, good. Let's move on. Danae.
Anderson Paak.
Wait a second. Hold on a second. That's your only contribution to the music video sins, is wondering if diamonds is...
Yeah, no, it really is, because I didn't like this song, and I'm just going to keep hating on modern music. No, it's not good.
Anderson Paak is the one that's singing with Bruno Mars, and they basically, they're very popular solo artists, and then they formed this group called Silk Sonic, and they're basically just doing like a 70s R&B type, paying tribute to that, and nice. It doesn't really like it. I don't know why it just doesn't. I like both of them like separately, but this just doesn't work for some reason.
I love Bruno Mars, but this is just bland noise that I can't get anything from it other than a confusion about modern slang. So yeah, that's. I'm just going to keep
Did
being
you
negative
Google
about
it?
modern
You
music.
should Google
the
it.
Heck, I did. Nope. Did not need. I did not need clarification because I thought my colleagues would give it to me instead of shunning me.
Oh, yeah.
that's
No,
fine.
I wasn't shutting you. I was just looking up who was in Silk Sonic, so I missed the first part of what you said.
Great.
And then
Well,
I thought you were talking about Jism, and you weren't.
And in our defense, we haven't had our regular monthly JISM meeting where we go over all
my
of
God.
the euphemisms, you know?
Isn't that tomorrow? Is that tomorrow?
No, it's at the end of the month, actually.
Think we've got our cold opening.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we do. Yes.
You're welcome.
Making
Great.
a note of that timestamp.
Yeah, so
Danae,
this video
please.
was interesting to me in many ways, and then also I found myself just watching it and then forgetting to pay any attention. I was just like,
Uh-huh.
like my head is kind of tilted to the side. I like to think about set designs when I watch this kind of stuff. So like I look at the costuming and I look at how, because all of that visual tells a story too, and then trying to figure out how much of it actually relates to lyrics is always a fun little mental gymnastics game. So I did the thing that I have done in the past, and I did it again. My apologies. I didn't write anything down. I went to my notes. I was like, wait, where are my notes? I watched this video. I had thoughts during the video. I just didn't actually make notes during the video. So I think that's the sign of a good video. I think that's when
wait.
you walk away and you're like, wow.
Is that all that you have for music video sins this week, Danae? Just that
Yeah.
one comment? Yeah?
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad we're both on fire.
Jonathan, it's your
Jonathan?
turn to really knock this one out of the park.
Yeah, it was a really
yours.
funny video. I'm with Ian. I do not like the song. The video
I didn't like it
itself
either.
is pretty bland and not too much going on. But
The
I mean,
carpet.
that's they're doing their thing.
Carpet stage. I just remembered.
Carpet
Sorry.
scenes. That's one of them.
Yeah. That was one I had written down. The "Are you fucking kidding me?" with this carpeted stage at a time,
Yeah.
and that would be ridiculous. Like you would never have a band on a carpeted
No.
stage. There's no way.
No.
No. Why?
No,
Why?
no.
Why would you do that?
There'd be
It's
spills.
so well, and the buildup of electricity in the carpet
Oh,
with
yeah.
all the equipment, that can't be good.
No, that's
No.
true too. I didn't even think about that.
So one time I just set my laptop down on the carpet of the house and felt a little electric pop, and it completely wiped my computer.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Just like a and I couldn't even open it
Because like the static or something just
from a
killed
normal
it.
carpet. So there's no way that'd be on the band.
Yeah, like
You're not
amps.
wrong.
Yeah. And they were all
no.
smoking too, so there would have just been like they would have
It
been
would've
burning
been
it up,
awful.
and that thing would have been on fire. They'd all be dead. That's a sad video.
Yeah. It's a Pepsi
Sad
commercial
Silk
waiting to
Sonic.
happen.
Sad.
And then
Pathetic.
I just like the line, I know Bruno knows how to fuck, but this is bad fucking. I just thought that was funny. And then I liked the simplicity of repeating yourself. That was really funny.
That was it. Yeah. Yep. Good shit.
Hey, you stole all of Danae's.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you guys had a bunch. I just stole them all. That was why.
We
you
probably
only talked
should have
about
let
it.
you go
Even though you
first.
went before me. Yeah,
Oh,
you
if
Yeah.
you'd give me a
fix
heads
it.
up, I would have. Yeah, I'm going to
This
fix
is the
that in
editing.
post.
You edited all that. Yeah.
You are going to sound so stupid when this episode comes out, Jonathan.
What does he read you
This
at
is in the right
first?
order.
He doesn't know how to use a blanket or how 1, 2, 3 works.
Please help Jonathan understand how podcasting works at CinemaSins.com.
Oh God. Okay. Hold on.
Let's do it. Right, let's move into CinemaSins. Let's go into Cruella, which was a Hughes share script. Danae Hughes, did you make any notes on this, or shall I just skip over to Jonathan?
You're such a butt.
Danae wrote on this one. Who? So it's Danae and who?
Danae
Yeah.
and Barrett.
Barrett.
Yeah, Barrett and I wrote on this one. This was an interesting experience because I didn't know what to expect with Cruella, and I also kind of forgot how much I love Emma.
She's great.
So to see
love them both.
on screen together, I just found myself having a really good time watching this movie, and I actually enjoyed the movie for many reasons. One of the biggest reasons is I love fashion. Especially like reality competitions like Project Runway. There's a sin about all of my reality competition shows kind of merging into one movie because there was like this Top Chef. They actually used the music from, well, I shouldn't say they used the music from, but Hell's Kitchen music or something. Like there was these really interesting crossovers, and it very much felt to me like a reality TV show in a way. But the fashion in this movie is so beautiful, and it's like taking these really interesting parts of 101 Dalmatians, as annoying as some of the things that they do are. Like, is this a prequel? What, like, how are we referencing something that hasn't happened yet in the future? That stuff aside, there's this I thought that it was really clever how they went about reintroducing, this character. I also, the villain angle, which is something I know Disney plays around with, just taking these characters where they're no longer just throwaway side characters. Like, I fully expect we're probably going to have a movie about the origin story of the witch from Snow White at some point in time, at this point.
I'm even certain that's in the works. I think
it's got to be, just before she was an ugly hag with a poisoned apple, she was this, like this whole thing that they do. In this case, trying to give Cruella some context. I didn't really care about like the mother story angle as much as they probably wanted me to, or trying to connect in with her genius or her crazy or the things that pushed her over the edge. To me, that almost, it needs to be there because she's a villain. And in some capacity, we want to see the steps that were in place for her to be able to do cruel things like we've seen her do. And I didn't mind at all, I guess I should say, but my love came from this person who was creating this in really incredible fashion. They also decided to sprinkle in heist with this movie, which was unexpected, and kind of delightful in a way. I think that they did just enough to make it interesting. They did just enough to make it like move the story along, even though some of it felt halting, and it was modern and unique. So I actually really enjoyed this a lot, but most of all, I enjoyed Emma Stone's performance. She was really fun to watch. And anytime that happens in a movie where you're just like, man, I'm really enjoying how this person is super into character and just captivating on screen. I don't know that I'm rooting for Cruella, which I shouldn't be because she's dark and twisted. But they did the right thing, I think, in stopping her story before it goes even darker. Because it kind of gave us a chance to see the slippery slope that she was on without it turning into us like seeing really dark and twisted stuff that you really can't, kind of get behind or whatever. But I don't know. I don't know if everybody else kind of felt about the movie in general, but
yeah.
Did you guys watch Cruella?
I haven't seen it. But
okay.
The concept of it, I have an issue with because it's the rooting for thing. So yeah, we may not see her get there, but I know what she does. She is a puppy skinner. Like, it is so hard, and she is the protagonist in this movie because it like the scene that sums up perfectly is we got Emma Thompson because we're going to create somebody even more evil to make Cruella look better, but no, she's still a Dalmatian skinner, and that's hard to get on with. But from the Sins video, Emma Stone's performance looks incredible, and I want to watch it because Emma Stone just gives it the beans whatever she does. And I want to see her interact with Emma Thompson. And
it's really fun to see them together, actually. I thought that was a really fun thing. I think one of the biggest sins of this movie, though, is the idea, like what's pressing the story forward, like the drive of this movie doesn't feel, once you watch the movie through, it doesn't feel like it really holds water. The idea that they have to do these heist things in this specific time frame, like the whole premise is that they're going to be, needing to get in and get this necklace during this very particular ball because it's quote unquote the biggest one. And then the movie proceeds to show even more and more elaborate balls. And so it's like it kind of undermines itself in what is propelling the story forward or why it's valuable in that way. And I think the story is the idea of just dying to an older version of yourself, even if it means you turn into an asshole. And I can relate to that in some ways. And so it's kind of like there's like a power in when she tosses this valuable necklace, this kind of this symbol of motherhood and what was once important to her. She kind of just like puts it aside, towards the end of the movie. It's really hard. It's a hard thing to be like, yeah, she's moving on, but then she's going to turn into something even darker. So it's just, it's a weird experience where you're having fun visually. At least I was, and you're having fun performance wise, but you're still like, I don't know why I like this if I really think about it too much.
Yeah, totally.
So
totally
I guess
agree.
in that way, it's a Disney experience. One of my favorite things that happened in this one was hearing Jeremy perform Lightning Crashes. That was amazing. I loved that one.
That felt a bit different, didn't it, to the usual?
Oh my God.
He was singing a story. I loved it.
Yeah, because you're watching this, like, just it lingers. Sometimes when Jeremy sings, it's like a little clip. It's like a little bit of a lyric.
Little taste.
This one's like, oh, we're going into a performance, and then you're watching this woman like just go into the.
So he's playing guitar, right?
I think so, but I didn't ask him.
Yeah.
It sounded like it.
He has to be.
Because it was
like
so
it.
perfect.
Yeah.
It was so in cadence with him.
Yeah.
I should ask him. I'm going to ask him on Slack.
And then
Let's do it
didn't
now.
he? I mean, we can cut this out, but didn't he? Because I know he recorded, like, he kept going for like a few seconds.
Yes.
Didn't you like release that on like it somewhere? Didn't that actually pop up somewhere? Like, or maybe that was, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe I'm misremembering.
No, I think you're
that.
right. I think you're right. That sounds about right.
But it was just, it was really funny because he was like, you know, I'm gonna keep singing because I can, or something like that.
Yeah. Right, Jonathan, what did you think of the movie? What were your favourite sins?
I have not seen the movie. I assume I will one day. The weird, like, my daughter has not really wanted, or she just hasn't. I've asked her every now and then because it's on Disney Plus now. Like, she didn't want to go see it in the theater, and she keeps saying she wants to see it, but we just haven't gotten around to it for whatever reason. It's probably not a movie I'll just watch by myself, or if I do, it'll be way down the list. But I do want to. I kind of want to see it. I mean, Aaron, I remember really liked it, and I remember when it came out in theaters, he was talking it up, so that interested me. I just remember watching the trailer and thinking it kind of looked like Disney doing the Joker, which I thought was weird.
That's probably. I can see what you mean. Yeah, it's not.
But no, it's not. But that was just the way the trailer kind of took that angle. Like, it was
No, I can see that in a way.
Story and
Yeah, and she's kind of like she's like a genius crazy level.
Yeah, like I knew they weren't going to do like rated R stuff. I knew it.
I wish.
Well, they do this really clever nod to this. So the idea is that you've got these two battling fashion houses in a way. This rebellious one that's coming up with young Cruella, and then this like Baroness that's sort of this woman that she wants to usurp essentially. And the Baroness at one point in time is like looking out. And the Baroness is where the Dalmatians originate from in the story. And so one of the things that Cruella does is she steals these dogs for a very particular reason, because the dogs ate this necklace that the dogs have to poop out.
Ah, that sounds like Disney.
Which is one of my other favorite sins that was written, which was like this. What was it? There's far too much time spent waiting for dogs to poop, I think, something like that.
Yeah.
Do you remember that one? But anyway, so the Baroness like looks out the window, and Cruella has crafted a Dalmatian coat, like we have seen, and the Baroness says she made a coat out of my dogs. And then they very cleverly like downplay that later that she actually didn't do that. So they kind of have this clever sort of wink and nod to it not
Disney
being quite so
cartoons
dark.
back in the day gave much fewer fucks than Disney gives today.
Yeah, they're going to address that.
That's
They're
true.
going to kill
That's
Bambi's
true.
mother, and they don't care.
Sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're fine. So it does seem a little more interesting than like, I don't know, like Maleficent or something to me. But so I'll probably check it out at some point. As far as the lightning crashes thing was epic.
So good.
I guess I'm adding how often are puppies dumped into dumpsters at private schools to the list of things I refuse to research but will send anyways.
Right? How am I going to do that? How am I going to type into Google like, how often are puppies dumped in a dumpster to private? Like,
I'm going to guess
I can't
never.
do that. I have lines.
Can I get away with this?
Yeah, that's what it's going to come across like.
I loved the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reference. You can tell Estella is a dope rebel because she does the same thing Will does to his uniform jacket.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because it's one of the, like, that's something I remember from that first episode, but, like, I didn't know, like, that was something I guess a lot of people remember. I don't know, because I don't.
It's a great pull.
But that's probably,
Yeah,
if I
it's a
thought
great
of
pull.
Fresh Prince, that's one of the first things that comes to mind, other than, like, the Carlton or something.
Yeah.
And then I loved Cindy giving puppies as presents because it's a
Right.
terrible.
The burden of
Terrible
responsibility.
present.
Yes.
Unless your child is specifically said they want one and you're giving it to her knowing that you're taking care of it. But just giving somebody a dog
Yeah.
is just like, it's insane.
Unless you dislike them. And you're like, here's this very thoughtful present of responsibility for the next 15 years. Yeah.
Yep, indeed.
And don't ever wrap a puppy. I've seen where people do that too. Like they actually they
that terrifies me.
Yeah, it's like, don't do that. What are you doing?
Don't do that. That puppy's not going to enjoy that. Hamster's fine.
That
Puppy's
puppy will have it'll be a traumatic event in its life, and it'll be like it'll always go back to being wrapped.
Always terrified of Christmas. That's the worst.
Christmas and beards. That's what happened.
Christmas and beards.
Ian tried to wrap him.
That's it. That's the one.
And nobody outside of the outtakes knows what we're talking about.
Nope.
Take a drink.
I came here a day early just to wrap your dog in Christmas wrapping paper. Right, yeah, for the sins that I like, much to avenge, revenge, and destroy was the lead in, and she is talking to a fountain.
Yes.
It's so good, and it's just on separate. I love putting lines on. I love putting lines that the narrator is saying on different lines in the subtitles. The subtitles are one of my favorite things because you can use them to add so many layers to jokes, and it's gorgeous. And that one just goes, she is talking to a fountain.
So perplexing. But that moment in the movie where she's like Emma's emote in that moment was just I could watch that scene over and over and over again just to watch how much she's acting in that. It was really good.
Yeah, she does some good eyeballing.
She does.
Where was it? Yeah, the sin was attempting to create a nuanced villain, but it comes across as being as fake as Emma Thompson's accent. I was nearly the guy in the YouTube comments that was like, actually, she's English, because I was just like, Twitch.
That doesn't always matter, though. Like, Reese Witherspoon is from the South, but she has one of the worst Southern accents on film I have ever heard. It's insane.
She has a fantastic English accent. Like, it's a very specific region of London that she does. She's very, very good.
Yeah, but she wasn't doing anything other than talking like herself, was she? I mean, she wasn't. Was she doing a different type of accent?
I don't.
No, not at all.
I thought she was just speaking.
Yeah, I thought she was just.
That was my interpretation.
That's the joke. Yeah, that's the joke. But it still made me twitch because she's mine. She's English. Not that
she's
matters.
Mine. She's mine.
Yep.
Hey, look. Emma Thompson's awesome. So
yeah, no, she's great. I wanted to clarify something. Nobody in 1970s England was required to wash their hands. That law didn't come into effect until 2019. Incorrect. It still is not a law. So we still do not wash our hands. Aaron, I'm touching all of your things.
What does it mean you don't wash your hands? It just means you're not required to.
Thank you, Jonathan.
And if I'm not required to, why would I do
fair.
it?
That's totally fair.
And the last one I had was, playing the pronoun game and it working, but still sinning it because of the oath. Now, this opened the door to the oath. Now, I don't remember taking an oath, but I think we need a CinemaSins oath that we all live by and we have up on a wall somewhere, even if it's just piss off Dicer. We need a CinemaSins oath, and I like that peek into the lore of CinemaSins, that there is an oath out there that nobody knows about.
That's really fun. The Christmas is coming up. You should have something like crafted,
like a tableau, like a really massive marble tablet of
There's also been sins that reference like our sin Bible, for example, where we kind of reference our sins manual. So
I love it. We need one. It's great.
We don't need one. We have one.
Oh no, we have one. We use it every day.
We have so many.
Yeah,
tomes.
Yeah, we definitely have one
because
Ian, that was like your first job, so we have one, right? Because you created one, right?
Yeah, I made it. Yeah, no one uses it, but never mind. It's just sat on the desk gathering dust. Right, let's move on to Boss Baby if we absolutely have to.
Yeah. Skip.
So this was a Watkins share script. Mr. Watkins, embellish us with your love for this film.
Well, the original Boss Baby was my second script, my second CinemaSins script. I did Annabelle and then I did Boss Baby, and Barrett and I did that together. And Chris typically with like franchises, he'll try to at least keep the same people on the sequels if that's a possibility.
You can get some running jokes, can't you?
Yeah, exactly. Although I didn't. I guess I did remember. Unfortunately, my daughter loved Boss Baby, the first one, and she was like at that right age. I remember like that was even like the first time she saw the trailer. She started asking me every day when Boss Baby was going to come out. So it was like a year later or something. So that got
reason 417 why I do not have children.
Oh, it's adorable. Anyways, she was too old. I mean, not too old, but she had no interest in Boss Baby 2. That's why I think it's weird when they do these sequels to animated films like so many years later, because it's like I know some of it is you have to actually make the movie and that takes a minute, but like I don't know,
your target audience is going to be you would think too old, or maybe they expect to double the audience by getting new kids and the older ones. But
I guess we'll never know how this would have done, because I think it was a day and date thing. I think it was on Paramount Plus or something, and then it was also in the theater. But I didn't see it until we sent it. So this was my first and only time to watch it. Well, I watched it a couple times, I guess, for sending it. But it's terrible. It actually made me appreciate the first one a little more, because I didn't hate the first one.
No,
I didn't hate it, but like it wasn't that good. It was just a lot of toilet humor and stuff, and I don't know, it wasn't that funny to me. But this one was just so ridiculous. So it was a lot of fun to send. I loved the sin. Of all the questions I have about this movie, the most unexpectedly pressing is why they had to make the super baby a ninja. I also love, we send the fact that like no adult reports anything about these two toddlers like going through a downtown area and stuff. Bizarre. And that's like, this whole movie's like that. Like, just, it's like adults just are, which I guess the first one kind of played with this, but it's like, it's so over the top in this one, I guess, because it's a sequel. It's more, it gets on your nerves more, because it's just like, this is ridiculous. Like, no one notices anything going on. And then decapitating Frosty, it's hard to say happy birthday with no head. So that was that was fun.
I love it. That was so harsh. Danae, you're up.
Oh my gosh. Several of them were ones that I mentioned. I've never seen these movies before. I don't have a desire to watch them, so we're just going to skip over any of my thoughts on the production of this stuff.
You're hoping Iris just never hears about them?
There's so many things I'm hoping Iris doesn't hear anything about. We went to a theme park over the week, this week, and there's this entire store that's dedicated to kind of like play up dress clothes. And I went into the door where there were wizard costumes and pirate costumes. There was this cloak that had a dragon's head that would sit on top of the kid's head, and then like a cloak that sort of wrapped around for the bottom. I was so into that. And then you transition into the next room, and on the opposite side of the building, where you can also enter from, is like this Princess Emporium. Yeah. And I just stopped at that part, and I'm looking at just rows of like pleated dresses and tutus and crowns and glitter, and I'm like, oh, God, I know we don't talk much these days, but I need you right now.
Yeah.
That doesn't continue for very, like, my daughter was really into dressing up as the Disney. Like, she like dressed up like as, Belle. Belle was her favorite and stuff. And then we did, and Rapunzel and Belle. And we actually did the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique for her like 5th birthday. And she got to dress up as, I think she did Rapunzel. And, nice. And it was cute and it was fun. But she grew out of it quickly. Now she's not doing that now.
I'm not going to shame any kid or parent for the princess thing. Once again, we've done this before, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. I have princess issues.
I know.
And so now it's Iris. So if Iris wants to get into princess stuff, then she's gonna get into princess stuff. Yeah. It's not something that we show her. She watches Nature Cat and Octonauts, and so she was talking to her friend. So Iris is like 4.5. She's just a little over 4.5 years old, and she was on the couch at childcare because she goes to like an in-home childcare, and she's on the couch and she's talking to her other like 4.5-year-old buddy, and she's explained to her that she wishes that her friend was nocturnal. She says, I wish we were nocturnal so that we could stay up together and play through the night. This is the kind of stuff I'm like, yes, let's be nocturnal. Let's wear like dragon costumes and pirate stuff, and we can pretend sword fight and talk about science and how it doesn't make sense that Santa Claus is Santa Claus because he's not actually real and all this stuff. Like I want to be that. And I just feel like right on the verge of just this looming thing. So if Boss Babies is going to introduce things to her that like are interesting and fun, I don't care. Like that's fine. It's probably like a Minion situation or just like a silly show that you watch. I just don't want to have to explain to her how her entire life isn't defined by whether or not she has a husband. That's which is ultimately the point of every Disney princess film.
I'm with you 100%. I have no interest in Disney princess. And you're also into D&D and stuff, so it makes sense that you would want her to dress up as a wizard or something. Like I would have loved if my daughter dressed up as Ghostbusters or like or Chucky or whatever.
Chucky, oh my god!
Can you imagine?
Perfect
little kids dress. Have you seen little kids dress up as Chucky? It is adorable.
No, I now do not want to.
It's adorable. I love it.
Some parents,
my god!
Parents like around Halloween, you'll see parents tweeting stuff like that.
I love
my gosh, yeah! Like Iris this year, she wanted to be a dinosaur.
That's awesome.
And so I put on a sweater that was knit. We just happened to have a sweater I just had purchased that the knit pattern looked a little bit like scales, and it was a green sweater. It had like fur around the edges.
Nice.
And then she picked out stuff that she'd already crafted, and we had another costume. She had like a superhero kind of thing that we had, and she had options. But if we had princess stuff around, she would like it because that's kind of how kids operate. But I haven't experienced the Boss Baby thing. We probably, who knows? We'll see. There's going to be so many more movies that come out for kids between now and then. I'm not sure if we're going to go back into the archives of what's existing already, but we might. You never know. Some of the sins I really liked was the why the fucking fuck shit novel fuck tit cock fuck, I think. Just that whole series. This is the kind of sin where I want to listen to Jeremy's original audio so badly, because I wonder if he just cracks up. I wonder if he can just snap his fingers and just nail it. It's one of those that stands out to me. Sinning Mentos, that hurt my soul because I like Mentos a whole bunch.
I don't know that I don't hate them. I just thought it was a funny thing to write.
It's funny. It was great.
I'll be covering that commercial next week.
Oh yeah, cool. That's amazing. A little sneak peek into the future. Also, I liked the sin that was essentially saying the narrator is sort of expressing, I think I've sinned this movie 100 times before, and just sort of succinctly presenting the style of movie that this is and how it's just so paint by numbers, but saying it in a unique way. I thought that was really fun too. And also Tim is dead, kids. Tim is dead.
Oh no. I'm not going to go into Boss Baby. I have no interest in seeing it. I'm not the target audience, but I do wish that they would make these movies for me as well, in case I do have kids and have to suffer through it. It seems like from the Sins video, they tried to make some references to keep adults entertained as well, but they were kind of slapped in there and not very good. So it's like an attempt to nod at the adults, but not done very well. So that's all I have to say about that. Other than, is Gandalf behind this? Is that wizard toy the reason that they all get turned into babies?
No.
Jonathan?
No.
No.
It's a formula.
So what's he doing? Why can
they
he talk?
never really explain that. He just kind of is sentient. Because I think I even had a sin about that we cut. But there wasn't, even in the first one, he's just sentient.
He's just there. I don't.
It doesn't make any sense.
I assume that he was the one that did the wizarding, but it's from Polyjuice Potion.
It's like there's this whole corporation called Baby Corp. They don't go into it as much in this one. They show a little scene, and we might not have seen that much there, but they drink this formula that keeps them as babies, but it also gives them the intelligence and stuff.
But they get more inspired because they're babies.
It's just a magical formula that makes them. I
don't like it. So tons of tense times treating toddlers to a tableau of titty twisting tots.
That was good.
Fantastic, and I'm so glad I don't have to watch that scene ever again. Who put that to? Somebody had to animate that shit. Someone sat there and did that. I was like, yep, this is gonna be great. So I'm gonna tweak some nipples.
And no one said no.
Yep, no one vetoed that at all. I thought, yep, no, not gonna cut that. I loved all of the script. It was so good. But the other one was teaching babies to code. Apple plans for offshore production facilities somehow makes it, hey, where did all these lawyers come from? I love the idea that the narrator just gets swamped by lawyers. And the way, if I was delivering that, it would have been, hey, where did all of these lawyers come from? But Jeremy's delivery is so casual. Hey, where's all the lawyers come from? So casual. I love it. Yeah, great Sins video. Cool. That's it. Shall we move into keeping tabs?
The internet is a communications tool used the world over where people can come together to bitch about movies and share pornography with one another.
Ha ha! Oh, jeez.
This is the most public yet of my many humiliations.
This is where we'll talk about some of our favourite experiences from putting together last week's content. I'll start because I have something extremely boring to talk about. So with the multi-universe thing in Rick and Morty, you can tell that the math really bugged me on how likely everything was to happen, and it reminded me of the Drake equation. And I wanted to write a sin involving the Drake equation, which is basically how likely is it that there is life in the universe? And this chap called Drake put together a formula, which is...
That'd be hilarious if it was like Drake. Like
if the formula was Drake?
Yeah, like the Canadian hip-hop R&B star, whatever. I guess hip-hop star.
On the side, this is what he did in the past.
Yeah.
No, this is a little bit older, but it's like N equals R plus FP plus F, and then they all have a different meaning. So it's like, how many civilizations do you think there could be? So you'd have to work out how many stars there are, how long it takes them to get to cooked enough, the fraction of those stars that have planets, how likely it would be for that planet to have life, and all of this stuff could happen. And it's like 1 in a quadrillion billion, but it's still possible. But we have 3 planets that are doing exactly the same thing. I couldn't work that into a sin, but I spent so much time on it that I was like, what am I doing here? Why am I in this tab? Was I writing a script? And I got lost.
How long have I been in this black hole?
How long have I been on Google doing this? I was like, I'll go get a cup of tea, make some lunch. Oh, shit, I was writing a script. I need to go do that.
What year is it?
What's he building in there?
While you were doing that, I just found a website that's Drake Equation Calculator.
Yes, you can plug some numbers in. Yeah.
And then it gives you a number of communicative civilizations.
Exactly. So if you say like the rate of formation of suitable stars in our galaxy, if it was 6 per year,
Okay.
The percentage of those stars that have planets, let's say all 6 of them do.
Okay.
The number of Earths, let's say 2.
Okay.
The percentage of those planets where life develops, let's keep that at 2 as well.
Okay.
The fraction of sites with intelligent life, that'll be 1, for example, because it gets less and less likely.
Shouldn't the second thing be 100 though? Did you say 100%?
No, it can be anything.
Oh, okay.
It can literally be anything. Fraction percentage of the planet where technology develops, keep that at 1% because it's quite unlikely. Lifetime of communicating, and then...
Can I just do 0.5%?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
And then the bottom one, stick at like 0.5% as well.
Okay.
And then calculate.
You broke it.
Great, I broke it. So yeah, basically it's unlikely. But you plug all of that data in and it will tell you how many aliens should be out there and whether we would be able to communicate with them. Wow. But yeah, it's interesting. It's good stuff. There is a great book about it called Thoughts on the Drake Equation or something. I would recommend reading it. Jonathan, what was your Beyond the Sins? Considering you wrote on everything. No, keeping tabs because you wrote on everything.
I Googled... I was trying to find out where the beef was. No, I did do like in Invincible when they were at Mount Rushmore. I did do some like research on Mount Rushmore because I was just looking up some stuff, which actually ended up serving me really well. I'll explain that in a second. But I did find out. I wrote a sin in there about there's no lava close to the surface of Mount Rushmore, so that was good to find that out. And that was the sin I ended up using. The other things I saw that I thought about, I didn't know if I was going to write a sin about them, but so Gutsum Borglum was the guy who like created it. I guess he was like the head creator, and it was interesting because I found out he wanted Teddy Roosevelt on there because it was representing his conservation efforts and building the Panama Canal. That's why Roosevelt was going to be on there. But almost everyone else involved wanted Woodrow Wilson because of he was leading the U.S. during World War I. But and I didn't know that. A lot of people are going to be listening to this going like, oh yeah, of course, everybody knows that. And I'm like, I didn't know that. So.
Yeah, I guess I'm not a good benchmark because there's no reason for me to know that.
Yeah, and in 1937, there was a campaign to add Susan B. Anthony, but they claimed that they didn't have enough money to add a 5th person. So it's all dudes. You didn't.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's why you didn't get a woman, because there wasn't enough money. Sorry.
Well, and also no female presidents. Did they have to be a president?
I mean, they all are, but I don't know that was a requirement. Susan B. Anthony, obviously a very big women's rights activist. So there was a thing that people wanted her up there, but it was the 30s, and men were mean. No, I don't know why. They did run out of money. Like Mount Rushmore almost didn't happen because they ran out of money.
It is an odd thing, regardless.
Yeah, and then I just thought it was funny that the Mount Rushmore is named after an attorney. It's Charles Rushmore. That's who it's named after because he like donated money first. Like he became one of the first private people to donate money. And then what I also thought was interesting, I couldn't write a sin about this because that would have been awful, but even though it was very dangerous to build it, none of the workers died, so that was pretty impressive.
Yay.
But a lot of the workers inhaled silica dust. I'm not laughing, but
they died eventually.
They
It's
did.
okay. Earlier, I laughed about a guy getting by a whale.
They died. It was a lung disease. A lot of them got a lung disease called silicosis, and they died from that.
Yeah.
So
Man, we are terrible.
So it wasn't immediate fatality.
No.
It was great.
Like no
Perfect.
one fell. No one fell. Died. But what was cool about learning all this information was last night, just randomly, my daughter had an assignment for social studies, and it was this whole thing on Mount Rushmore. And I was like just saying this stuff to her. She's like, "How do you know so much about them?" Like, I just remember stuff. You know, I learned about it.
I'm just
in
really
school.
smart.
Not that I just looked at it like 3 weeks ago or whatever.
Yeah.
So that
because
made
I was
me
writing
look,
a video.
I was like the intelligent father for a night, so that was fun.
That must have been nice.
Yep.
Amazing. Danae, where are we?
Oh my
Keeping
gosh.
tabs. What have you got?
So I'm gonna talk about a sin that I that got cut for my keeping tabs, but I also wanted to say that I just checked my text messages, and my husband, like an hour ago, he sent me this message that I just ran upstairs because you scared me. You screamed, and then when I got upstairs, you said, "Ian, start the show," and then started talking about hot rolls. So I guess
Oh no!
I guess I scared him quite a lot. So, oopsie. Anyway, this during Cruella, I really wanted to send this idea that young Cruella, when she's in that, like the private school and she's doing all the jacket work, making herself unique and have fashion and everything. There's this jacket that she keeps wearing, and it's what I love about it is that the fashion keeps changing. Like you can see the evolution of her becoming more and more of a fashion person and adding new things onto her jacket. She's got these really interesting drawings on the interior. So she takes her jacket, which is like maroon on the outside, and then it's lined in sort of like a striped, some sort of striped material. And so when she turns it inside out, it's the striped material then on the outside, and she takes a marker or something and just draws on it and writes like rebellious things and creates fashion. And on the lapel, she starts to add buttons and pins and just really pimps it up. But the thing that bothered me was that when it was maroon on the outside, she still had the same lapel with the exact same buttons and the exact same pins, which is not possible if you're just turning your jacket inside out, unless she has the exact same thing on opposite sides as she turns it inside out, or she actually takes it apart and re-sews it together every day she wants to change her jacket, or she has two jackets, in which case she has the exact same buttons and the exact same pins. And so I really went in on this sin, and it was ultimately cut, but it was one of the things that I was most bothered by, because I just couldn't stop thinking about how it was impossible that it would be that perfect, despite the really fun, rebellious kid, punching people in what she does. Yeah, so it was just wildly impractical. Yeah,
that's great.
And
well, I'm glad you got to vent about it here, and it has seen the light of day. It is not a wasted sin.
It's not a wasted sin. None of them are wasted.
So let's go into the comments section.
I want to know what you're thinking.
I appreciate your honesty. You're a real straight shooter.
You are the ones who are the ball lickers.
We'll each pick a comment from last week's content from the various places you reach out: Discord, YouTube, Reddit, etc. I'm going to start because I have a little mini segment that I'm going to do called "Welcome to CinemaSins. You must be new here."
Man, it's going to be interesting to see at what episode you just don't care anymore what people say in the comments, because at some point you're just like, whatever.
Aaron doesn't. Aaron still cares. He loves this stuff. For me, there was just a couple that was like, you've missed the point of the joke, like completely. So one of them was, it was talking about, I think it was Cruella, and the comment said, "Wait, driving on the left side of the road, a sin? The story takes place in the UK, and they drive on the left, not the right. And the sin was driving on the other side of the road." I was like, well, no, we know that. That's the joke. Like, we know that's driving on the wrong side of the road. That's why
we're sinning ourselves in that one.
Yeah. So welcome to CinemaSins. You must be new here. And the other one was, would you apply the same robot being named Robot sin to a cyborg being called Cyborg, a Superman being called Superman, or Green Lantern Corps member being called Green Lantern?
Superman is not a thing. like that's not like Like, there's not like a thing out
Superman.
there called is there? Am I wrong? Like, I don't.
But there's a hero called Superman.
Yeah, but I'm saying, there's not like a line of something being produced.
No, but
called
I think,
Superman's.
Yeah, they thought that we were sinning.
That there's
the
a line
fact
of
that it's a
cyborgs
literal.
being
Yeah.
produced.
No, please, no. Gosh, no. But also, it's like, yeah, no, we absolutely would sin that though. Like, we would. Oh yeah, you're called Superman because you're super. That's 100% what we would do. We have an issue with all of those things. So yeah, that was glorious. And I have some nitpicking the nitpickers of the nitpickers, but we'll do that very last. Danae, do you have anything from the comment?
For me, there's a couple on Cruella that I thought were fun. I'm not going to read them because they're kind of juicy and chunky, so I'll just give you the succinct version. One was in response to the dog washing. So there's a scene whenever the Dalmatians are going to the dog washers, and this gives Horace, Jasper, and Cruella a chance to take and steal the Dalmatians so that they can take them back and go through their poop to find this necklace over the course of however long it takes for the dogs to poop out this necklace. And I was really like shocked that they're in the tub with no restraints. These dogs specifically, that they could just jump out of the tub and run. I didn't do like a ton of research on it or anything. It seemed odd to me. I looked up a little bit like tying dogs up during grooming, because when they're groomed, they're, chained or tied or whatever to the table so that they don't, fall, hurt themselves, and they can stay still. But I guess there are a lot of dogs will just sit in the bath.
Yeah.
Without any restraints. Now, this was a spa where the bathtubs look like bathtubs. And when you go to like a dog spa, a lot of them are just like big, deep metal tanks that don't look like 5-star, obviously. But there was a really nice comment from, I think, let's see, the name was Kohaku Amber 22, who talked about his or her experience working their experience working at dog groomers and just kind of going into it. But they did a very nice job of not being like, actually. So that was kind of an interesting, like, oh, I guess this is really a thing. So it was fun.
Yeah, it was a life experience thing.
The other one that got a comment that I found really fun was, in this movie, Cruella continues to make more and more beautiful fashion for the Baroness and for herself in secret, as sort of she has like two personalities essentially. And her final dress that she makes for the Baroness is created from all of these cocoons of this moth. And the idea is that when the dresses were locked away, the moths hatch and ruin all of the clothes. But there's a timing factor, and when this vault opens up and all these moths come flying out or whatever, there's so many. Like there's thousands of them.
Yeah, it has to be simultaneous.
And I was trying to figure out, like, do I do condensed math and figure out how many cocoons would likely be on this much fabric and kind of do that. I decided ultimately just to send the fact that in general, all of the moths deciding to, as one swarm, dramatically fly through this building and out the door and out into the that's a sin in and of itself. And so there's this person that's like kind of like giving us crap, like you missed the point. The moths were in there and they do hatch and this and this. And then there's like 3 people commenting underneath like, you missed the point. And they did what for me. And so that, not that we ever go in and correct people, but they're like, no, it's this and it's this and it's this. And this is super sinful. And I'm like, you see me. So I really enjoyed that comment specifically because it was quite ridiculous. Although a really, really cool scene. And that dress was like, holy shit. So pretty. Yeah. So pretty.
It's nice when the YouTube comments serve correct like that.
I know.
That's nice. It's good.
It's like you see it. You understand.
On the Where's the Beef commercial, I did I think it was the last sin. It was pretty close to the last sin, if it was the last sin, where I said something about, you might not be asking where's the beef, you might be asking where's the bathroom, after you've like downed a meal at Wendy's basically. And then Oversoul Gaming commented on it and said, look, sometimes you have to hide the toilet paper from your guests because some people are what's known as a water when it comes to wiping and the amount of toilet paper used. So if you're ever at Oversoul Gaming's house, you might not have any toilet paper. I'm sorry.
Interesting.
Party at Oversouls. We're just going to do the one nitpicking the nitpickers of the nitpickers. So let's get you to weigh in on this. What do you think? The phone thing in Rick and Morty, apparently, kind of makes sense. Technically, that universe would likely also have a Summer with a phone and a phone plan. I would imagine her phone was just connecting to that phone plan, which wouldn't be a 100% chance, but it would be impossible versus when Summer got a phone and signed up for the service. So the idea is that it's using the same technology and the cell phone towers would just pick up Summer's phone, the new phone. I think that's a no as well, because I think that would break the system. It picking up two cell phones the same, I don't think, because how do we know that this Summer even has the same cell phone as well? So I think that's probably a red. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think it's a red. I think it's funny that, like, I don't know, this started like a month ago, and Ian and Aaron just kind of started doing this, and then I didn't even get the green-red thing at first. Did I miss a meeting? And Aaron and Ian are just saying green and red like that's common. That's common.
What is happening right now? I've been gone too long.
I think me and Aaron forget that we speak telepathically, and that may not be the case for everyone.
No, we kind of do this thing. It's like called nitpicking the nitpickers, where we just pick usually Aaron will pick a couple of things, like comments out that are like nitpicking us. And then basically we give it a red or green light. Like we give it a green.
I'll see if they're right. Yeah, sometimes they do have a good point.
Yeah, that's a good point. Red. Nah, I don't think you're right.
But I think Danae's checked out of that one. So let's
I would
go
say
to
a red,
Beyond
though, for
the
sure.
Sins. No, I agree.
Purple.
Purple. Good. So it's time for Beyond the Sins.
To infinity and beyond!
Somewhere beyond my wild history.
To boldly go where no man has gone before.
We chat about something else from the pop culture world that you've seen recently. Janae, is there anything you would like to talk about?
I think I'm going to actually just plug something here for people who like Twitch and Dungeons and Dragons. I'm guesting on a show on the Twitch channel called Infinite RP. Make sure you spell infinite correctly. Not that I have any personal experience in not spelling it correctly. Oops. But there's a really fun campaign going on, and I just guest spotted on this week's episode. So as this airs for BTS, it would have been last week's episode. So you can watch the VOD. We go live on Thursdays at 7 Central. And so I'll be in like a little mini arc. And essentially my character is this chaotic, neutral druid. I've never played a druid in D&D before, so this is really interesting. And it's in this Lovecraftian horror sort of universe where there's these like monstrosities, and I get the feeling that it's going to be pretty descriptive and grotesque at times, but at the same time, what I experienced in my first game seemed really like just normal D&D. But there are essentially there are these things called warp stones, and as you get closer to them, you have to roll on this table, and bad things can happen to you. Like you can grow extra arms and eyes. You can, like, your tongue can go really big. There's all these like things that will happen to you, just slowly turning you into this horror, essentially. And so there's like these dangers afoot, and my character has been living in like a little safety bubble inside of this really horror-filled like city for a very, very long time. And these adventurers have come across essentially her habitat, like where she's been living in the swamp, and they need something from her and she needs something from them. And so it's going to be fun because my character probably comes across like a really sweet sort of person, but she's a bit bonky. And so I get to kind of hold my cards close to my chest. And I planted a lot of seeds in the first time that I played with them. And hopefully that'll be kind of fun to see playing out over the next few weeks of my guest appearance. And so anyway, the Twitch channel is called Infinite RP _ at the end, Infinite RP _. And I hope you guys enjoy the channel. They actually do a lot of content on the channel. So if you like looking at tabletop games or watching people kind of do regular gaming, there's content there for you. Specifically, the one that we're doing is called The Lost City of Baroness, and my appearance is on episode 25. So
yeah, cool. It's good stuff. I managed to catch a bit of it. I haven't watched the whole thing yet, but it's a lot of fun. Danae is glorious at RP and D&D, and we love her.
Thank you.
Jonathan.
Yeah, so I watched the movie that is new to Netflix this week, so I guess it'll be like a week old. I think it came out on the 1st. I know it did because that's when I watched it. Called Power of the Dog, and I think this is kind of being looked at as
baity.
Yeah, it's very Oscar baity. Like I know people are talking a lot about the performances.
That sounds kinky.
Like Benedict Cumberbatch and Jesse Plemons both are getting a lot of attention. I would argue that God, who's the kid in it? It's
I do not know, but I know that Aaron liked it.
Yeah, it's Cody Smith-McPhee, and then Kirsten Dunst is also in it, and she's very good. The acting in this is top notch. It's a really interesting movie. Like I didn't really know where it was going. It's a Western. But it's it's more of a meditative Western, I guess. It's not like a shoot 'em up. It's these Jesse Plemons and Benedict Cumberbatch play brothers who are they run their I don't know I guess it's not their I don't know if it's their family's company or if they just I can't remember, but they run this herding company, and they've been very successful, and Jesse Plemons ends up meeting this woman played by Kirsten Dunst who has a son played by Cody Smith-McPhee, and they fall in love, and this doesn't really set well with Benedict Cumberbatch, and then there's a lot of drama and suspense, and things kind of unfold in a way that I wasn't expecting. There's a couple times where I thought I knew where it was going, and then it surprised me and it went in a completely different direction. I liked it quite a bit the first time I watched it. Now that I've had it kind of in my noggin for the last couple of days, I think I like it even more just thinking about it.
Oh, nice.
It's Jane Campion's first film since 2009 that she's directed.
Oh, wow.
So she did do that Top of the Lake TV series, but she hadn't done a movie since 2009. So it's really cool to have her back, and she hasn't missed a beat. She's still a really strong director. I really, really liked it, especially since it's on Netflix and it's very easy to watch. It's a very easy recommend. You don't have to leave your home. You just have to have a Netflix subscription or a friend that does, maybe. But you access
Netflix will come.
You have to have access to Netflix.
It's Jonathan that does it. I pay all my bills.
No, it's really good. It's really good, though. I think it deserves. I'm sure we're going to be hearing more about it come award season. So it's totally worth it.
It definitely has some buzz. I need to watch it definitely before the year ends. I'm going to very briefly talk about House of Gucci, and I'm just not too. House of Gucci. So me and Mr. Dicer watched this, or Mr. Dicer and I watched this last night. It kind of went exactly as I expected it to. I loved Adam Driver. I loved Lady Gaga. I thought they were fantastic. They're just hypnotizing to watch. Great performances. Jared Leto is acting in a film that is totally different to what anyone else is acting in. I don't know where he is, but he didn't show up to the same film everyone else did. He's doing something. The first hour, I loved it. The second 14 hours was extremely dragging. It meanders. It just decides, I'm going to put all of the good writing and all of the stuff that captivates you into the first hour, and now that I've got your mind, and you're going to suffer. And it just decides to meander down this path of misery and what the hell am I watching for the rest of it. So I'm not going to say don't watch it, just go in expecting that, because I think it's worth watching Lady Gaga, it's worth watching Adam Driver.
I'm sure it looks great too, right? I mean, it's Ridley Scott.
Beautiful. It looks great, but I don't know what Ridley Scott was on when he made this film. But Jared Leto definitely supplied it to him.
I think the one thing I've learned in the last few months about Ridley Scott, based on what I've seen in articles, interviews with him, he doesn't give a fuck about anything.
I think he's at a stage where he just is doing whatever the hell he wants, which is great. More power to you, but that is a film I'm not going to get that time back. Interesting story. I just wish you'd done it in 90 minutes. But there we go. So that is House of Gucci, which is out in theatres. Power of the Dog, which is on Netflix. And Infinite RP with an underscore on Twitch to watch our very own Danae do some druid things. INIFINITE RP underscore. Boom. Right. That's
16 points for you. Congratulations.
Right, that's going to do it for Behind the... No, it's not, because we got a puppy. Bring it on. Woof. Puppies.
He wants to say goodbye to everybody on the podcast. Okay, podcast listeners, here's my dog. Did you hear him lick?
He licked. That was a very loud lick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyhow, yeah, okay, go ahead, Ian. Sorry.
As we end the show as we began with chaos. That's going to do it for Behind the Scenes this week. Don't forget to make sure you are subscribed and go ahead and leave a comment or rating as well. Got anything you want to send us? Mail it to P.O. Box 881, Republic, Missouri 65738. Hang out with us on Twitter at Whitsinned. Oh wait, that's me, WHITTSINNED. At Danae Says.
DENE.
And at Sam Loomis 13. So for Danae Hughes, Jonathan Watkins, an over application of honey mustard, and myself, we will see you next week.
Happy National Llama Day.
Thanks for listening. Send any feedback to bts@cinemasins.com and be sure to subscribe, rate, and comment. Find more ways to connect by visiting cinemasins.com/BTS.
There was this time where stand-up comics thought they could do music videos. It was really weird. Like Sam Kinison did a cover of Wild Thing. Wait, did you just say who is Dennis Leary?
Yeah, I don't know who. I'm sorry.
Well, he might be more of an American comedian. He's not that funny, actually. He's in a bunch of movies though. Like he's in a ton of movies.
Let me have a look. I'm going to Google him.
He's in The Ref.
Haven't seen that.
He's in Demolition Man.
Okay. Oh,
he's
I
like
know.
the leader of the underground people in Demolition Man.
Yeah, he's Discount Willem Dafoe.
Yes, but he's like he was a really popular stand-up comic in like the 80s and probably 90s. Mostly he did like political rants and stuff.
Right. Yeah, no, I know.
And he did this song called I'm an Asshole.
Right.
And basically it was just him doing like rants, and then he would go, I'm an asshole, he's an asshole, I'm an asshole.
Nice.
And I wrote a thing where you were calling the narrator an asshole. And then we would cut to Dennis Leary, or Aaron can sing it if he wants. I gave both options.
That makes sense. Oh, yeah. What I do like is that Google still brags about its search results. About 10,700,000 results in 0.85 seconds. I know how Google and search engines work. I am not impressed by your flex.
Is your mask like too big and you had to fold it down? Oh, because it looks like there's a flap, so like you could pull it up and cover your eyes if you wanted to.
Go into heist mode. It's actually got 2 eye holes there as well. Hi, hold Silver. Away.
Anyone else hear us in the airport? Because I really want to yell, this man has a gun.
No.
Oh, no. Well, that's why I asked first.
Yeah, but you also said it.
Yeah, I know.
Hey,
I'm an asshole. I'm an asshole. He's an asshole. I don't know. Aaron's completely like frozen, so I don't even know what he's doing.
I love the fact that he has no control over this. Like, he may be trying to turn it down and he can't. Hello, Danae. Look at the gubby.
He's just been loving on me all day.
Look at the gubby doggy.
Oh, everyone, hello.
Because he knows as soon as I come over, he has to do some barking and run away.
That's right.
Oh.
Uh-huh. Yeah, my dog hates Ian, so that's exciting.
Absolutely hates
You know what I just realized? Danae, I'm just going to tell you because I don't want to go back in and make the note because I already closed Slack. But on that, I commented on that thing you asked about Dennis Leary. That's actually a music video that we're referencing. But the link is in Aaron's column, like in the narrator column. If you're interested in checking out what the hell I'm talking about.
Nope.
I will like...
But we're not calling Dennis Leary an asshole. We're calling the narrator an asshole, and we're just using the Dennis Leary song.
It seemed like you're calling Dennis Leary an asshole. So maybe I just misread it.
Maybe we should say... Oh, you know what? We could change it to much like Dennis Leary says, because I think Aaron's going to sing it. So if we change it to says, that at least gives us an idea. So
yeah, much like Dennis Leary makes it seem like...
No, I know. I'm hearing that now.
And we don't usually send people that, like, it's like, whoa, what are we saying here? Like, that's a big...
No, yeah, you're right. No, we don't want to be like, we don't want that to come off me.
Yeah.
No, we just need says.
Well, I figured it was either like a reference where like everybody knows this person is a total and complete asshole, so I'm missing something, which is possible.
Ian didn't know who Dennis Leary was.
I don't know who Dennis Leary is either. Oh.
You would if you looked him up, you would. He was a stand-up comic, and he was really he's still around.
But you're American today, so you have to know all of these things.
You should know all of it. If there's one American,
no, I'm saying you might not recognize the name. I'm saying if you look him up, you'll be like, oh, it's that guy.
I was taking a dig at Ian.
I think that all Americans
should know. He's that guy who used to smoke cigarettes on MTV and talk about how he hated mailmen and stuff.
No idea who he is.
I don't know who Melman is. This is great.
Mailmen, like people that deliver shit to you.
Melman.
What the hell?
Melman.
I am using another man. You mean
Spider-Man.
Postman? Spider-Man.
What's a Melman?
Spider-Man.
Joe Spiderman.
Yeah, Joe Spiderman. I'm using another man's headphones. Sorry.
Is he a lovely Jewish boy, Joe Spiderman?
I'm going to change my name to Denicer.
Oh, I love it.
What'd you say, Aaron? I got nothing.
Yeah. We have a robot in the room.
Bye, maybe?
I don't.
Goodbye.
I'm just going to take him off.
Is he? No, he's gone. Yeah.
I just took him. I just took him off because I was like, I can't understand anything he's saying.
That's fair.
I'll message him.
Which order do we go in? Do we do the 30-second countdown, then show, or is it 30-second countdown, hi chat, and then start the show?
Hi chat at the top of after the 30-second countdown, and then he officially starts the show.
Correct. Okay, got it.
I'm going to make that note really quick. Although we've basically been talking about stuff we probably can't even play in the outtakes, so that's not good.
Some of it, yeah.
Jonathan, you can't. No.
And
if you were watching us live, it would be hilarious.
Look at my dog. Look at him.
No, oh, we have another dog. We have another one.
Come on.
There's 2 dogs.
Reese's, are you going to try to come up here?
Get both of them on.
What?
Okay, start the show.
Wait, what? Now?
Squick! Squick!
There's 6 minutes. We got 6 minutes.
Squick!
Are you ready?
I don't know. I'm just saying. It's fine. It's fine. The audience won't see this.
Hey, no, do not start the show.
They will
I'm
not
making a
see
note.
this because it will be done by the time we start.
Oh my god, my dogs are in my lap.
I don't even see anything because I'm looking at a script.
Engage.
Is that what you're going to do?
Where was that?
I've got to work in and engage somewhere. The chat wants me to.
What if you just every once in a while just say it completely out of like just totally wrong? Do they know that I'm going to be here today?
So.
Oh, here it is.
Maybe.
Okay.
They somehow guessed that I was CSPN because I said hello, lovely people. I was like, how do you know it's me? Because they said hi, Ian. I was like, you said lovely.
Mm-hmm.
No one says that.
Yeah, you gave yourself away.
They're good at reading.
They are.
It's very odd.
They are our hyper fans. So.
Mm-hmm. I love it.
Oh, look, CJC said, wait, puppies? Sudden Danae? See, they're very smart. They're very.
I gave it away.
Of course you did. It's fine.
Shoot.
Also, it'd say there's pterodactyls. That'll throw them off. Tell the chat that we have pterodactyls. Remember, Ian, it starts with a P.
I got it. It's the actyl that's worrying me. Pterodactyl. Pterodactyl.
Google? How do you spell pterodactyl?
Nope, I've committed. Nope.
And
done.
pterodactyls.
Pterodactyls.
Oh my gosh, this is ridiculousness. I wish I could pan down. I literally can't move my right arm. Look.
Oh, this is amazing. You are trapped.
Okay, let me.
We should really start the show just
I
like
know,
this.
I'm saying. Zoom out a little bit. There, you can see a little bit better.
It's glorious. How are they both on you? That chair is tiny.
I know.
Ian, I'm stupid. Dennis Leary is. He's also in Amazing Spider-Man, your favorite movie.
He plays the bad guy.
No, he doesn't play the bad guy. He plays.
You're thinking of Willem Dafoe, and yes, he looks exactly like him.
No, he plays Captain Stacy in Amazing Spider-Man. Danae, I just sent you a link so you can see his picture.
He also plays Columbo.
Yeah,
I wish. I wish they'd bring Columbo back, but you can't replace Peter Falk.
He also plays Peter Falk as Columbo on
he's
the
also
spin-off.
He plays Jessica Fletcher
from 30 Rock from the Sun.
But if you if you click that link in the private chat, you will see his picture.
I don't want to click anything on your private chat. That sounds dirty.
That's what he meant. Oh my god! Who invited Babs to be here?
Holy shit! Thanks for having me.
Oh,
yeah, he plays Emma Stone's dad.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
I
just couldn't get past how he looks like.
Listen, you know.
I don't think he looks anything like Willem Dafoe, but sure.
You don't know anything about this Yurturb.
Yurturb?
So she says the word Yurturb. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. Look at this.
There is so much. I want them to stay there for the entire show. This is ridiculous. Structural integrity is failing. All hands abandon ship.
Look at this.
All hands abandon ship.
Look at this.
It's great. Reese's looks really comfortable. Twix looks freaked out.
That's just his resting freak face.
Yeah, he does that. His fur is so soft. So soft.
Okay, I'm gonna try to get back to the camera now.
Scoot. Don't hit the thing. Mike, left, right. Hard to port. I think you're further back than when you started.
can't get my...
This is the best.
We're ready. I'm ready. This is better if we had an audience. I'm just saying,
Should we do this now?
Let's do it.
This is going to be
just show it.
interesting.
It's fine because Jonathan, you can keep working while this happens. Go on.
I'm done. I was
Jonathan's
pulling
done.
my notes up.
He's done, not Dicer.
Right. Is it 30 seconds now and then chat?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
I got this, Ian. I'll just take over.
Oh, are you going to do it?
I'm actually going to host the whole show now.
Do it.
Okay.
Please.
Wait, do we actually know who's hosting? Because we need to know that.
But it's Ian. But
we're gonna find out.
I'm gonna fuck with you a little bit.
Do you want me to send you my notes?
Just go ahead and hit the 30 sec.
Real quick though, Aaron asked me if Ian could host it, but he did it like all nervous, like, and like after like I don't know. You guys got to quit being like nervous. Just ask me a question because these days I don't know what that nervousness implies.
It could mean literally anything.
He's like, "Are you cool with like, you know?" I think Ian said he wanted to host. I'm like, yeah, that's fine, man. I thought he was about to tell me he was about, I don't know, like somebody had died.
No, that was on me. I just said to Aaron, "Hey, if you're out of town, I'd love to host, but run it by Jonathan in case he wants to host."
No.
That was my sentence.
I don't want to host anything. I'm good.
Aaron's a carer.
I mean, I will if I have to. But
he is a carer. He is.
Oh, okay, we gotta go live. We gotta go live.
Do it. Go.
No, you have to push. You have to push the button. You push the.
Shoot.
Ian.
No, I'm doing it. Wait. 30 seconds and then live. Okay, fine. Hello. Wait,
hello?
where's Jonathan?
I
immediately.
Yeah.
Did you remove yourself?
No, I don't know. I might have accidentally.
Nice.
I don't know what I did.
Hello, chat. Hello, lovely people. Look at the puppies.
Look at my pterodactyls.
So many puppies. Look at Danae's pterodactyls. Aren't they glorious?
Look at this,
Aren't they
chat.
endangered?
I have no room on my chair. This is my life.
So first off, we should say Aaron is no longer doing BTS.
He's no longer with us. I mean, no, he's alive. He's not. Don't say
Guys,
that.
you can't. What the hell are you doing?
No,
You're fucking up BTS.
This is immediately derailed. I love it.
He's no longer doing BTS this week.
Aaron's like, "Hey, can you guys take it for this week?" And we're like, "Yeah, sure." And we immediately just blow the show to pieces.
Jonathan did. Aaron's been replaced by Twix and Reese's.
Aaron's doing criticky Netflixy premiere stuff.
Yeah, he's in Newark. It's Newark, isn't it? That's how you say it.
Listen to Reese's. It's his turn.
Did you hear that salivating? Right.
Can you hear the sound of dog whiskers touching my...
Indeed,
okay, boys, I have to do the show now. Come on.
No.
Go.
Do the thing.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like my hip has been dislocated. Hi, chat. Check out my shirt.
Good moms say bad words.
Nice.
This is very true. No, we did not kill off Aaron. He's just been recast as Danae, which is admittedly weird.
I'm now Aaron, so prepare yourself for on-point witty puns, alliterations,
Nice.
Love of musicals.
I have 30 ready to go, so I'm just going to delete all of those if you've already got the puns.
If you'll just send those to me really fast.
Oh, they're gone, sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's great. That's fine.
Too late. I should probably check that I'm recording. I am. Good. That's a relief. This is great.
Hey, you're doing great, Ian. You're going to do such a great job replacing Aaron on the show today.
I think so as well. Thank you.
And forever afterwards.
He even took one of Aaron's sweater vests. It's really weird that Ian and Aaron wear the exact same size clothes. It's odd.
They do. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Jonathan's right.
They're a foot different in height, but
yeah.
How tall are you, Ian? Actually, I don't know. I can't remember. Like, if you're taller than me,
I am. We have met, Jonathan.
I know, but I don't I don't pay attention to height. I guess I don't know.
I don't pay attention to people.
I feel like we're about the same, like 5'8"ish.
I'm 5'11" and a half.
Okay, you're 3.5 inches taller than me, so I almost 4. So never mind.
It counts.
I'm just used to being smaller than everybody, so it's fine.
I like
fun size.
I like the chat. Josh says, "Danae, you cannot be Aaron. You say fucking shit and stuff."
So does
That's true.
That is very true.
I would have to say fork, shirt, and then stuff, which is one of the worst curse words in history. You know, just the word stuff. I don't know how I'm going to replace that one. Stuff. That's going to be tricky.
Shenanigans, bollocks. The dog's bollocks.
You know
yeah, we got to work on that.
I got to look up something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Wait, what bollocks means?
No, I got it for the show.
I wouldn't say look up bollocks just in general.
No.
That's one that you probably want to avoid.
I don't remember what I looked up that one time that was I didn't know the meaning. And I was like, oh no, that's not good.
The tongue licking of the biscuits?
No.
The cookies?
I immediately sent Danae a message in Slack oh my God, I didn't know what this was and I just looked it up. But I don't remember what it was now.
Oh yeah. That was hilarious. I loved that so much.
We talked about it on the show. You'll have to find that episode. I don't know. And another one I was reminded of this week, and I don't remember if this was in this past year, but I was talking about movies being movie tickets getting scalped on Twitter because I don't understand that. It's a movie, you can go see it at a different time. And then JC Davis, who's in the chat today.
JCD.
He brought up he made the comment is this the kind of scalping you're afraid of? And I totally forgot we had that conversation on this podcast where I said I had an irrational fear of scalping, and then Aaron immediately was like, "Dude, that's not irrational. No. That's a totally fair fear. It probably won't happen to you, but it's totally fair. So if somebody can find that."
Josh is apparently going to try and send me some Star Trek things while I'm still over here, and I'm fascinated because he specifically said not porn related. And I'm not too sure why that modifier was needed.
Who? Josh?
Josh? I think it was Josh.
Oh, in chat? Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Josh Hero?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You're going to get fan stuff?
I'm going to get some Star Trek stuff. It may be used, but...
By the way, Oversoul, I hope you don't mind me sharing the commercial comment you made, because that's my plan.
That should be added to the bingo card. It's Oversoul gets a comment shared. Drink.
Well, it was was very funny, I thought. Maybe a little personal, but, they put it on the YouTube, so that's, it's fair game.
I think you're right. Are we ready to do a show?
No.
Good. So, what else do you want to talk about?
Yeah, I'm just going to enjoy making you really uncomfortable the entire show. I'm so sorry, Ian.
When are you going to start?
Oh.
Hit me. Throw your biggest biscuit at me.
I don't think I can plan it. I think it'll just be, just subtly fucking with you, the entire time. I think that'll be kind of fun.
Did you kick him out?
I sure did.
For once, I have the power. This is the first time I've been able to reintroduce myself. So it's just going to be the Ian show today. I hope you're no, wait.
Oh, no.
See how much we can break StreamYard.
No.
This is going to be great.
Aaron regrets everything.
This is the worst.
I'm telling
how did you break
you.
StreamYard?
Oh, my God.
Oh, Dad. You're the substitute teacher that has to put up with our shenanigans for the whole day.
Yeah. JCD is not wrong. You have too much power, Ian.
I'm going to put JCD in a timeout. I won't, because I don't know how long
I don't actually know how the timeout stuff works. I've never had to use it, because...
Right, chat, we need a volunteer.
Everybody who has the link is our patron supporters who are not here to derail us, If we were live on YouTube, to everyone, I think over time we probably would have trolls, but...
Yeah, probably. Can we have a tribute? I want a tribute to Ban.
What?
You want to have somebody step up to the plate?
Somebody needs to volunteer so that I can mute them or do whatever I need to do.
I don't know, because Aaron doesn't have to edit this, right? So he's probably doesn't care at all.
Oh, that's right. We're making chaos for Ian. This is even better.
Yes.
Right, into the show.
Just interject, just screaming.
What is it? What's the Get Smart thing? The cone of silence.
Oh my gosh.
Do you remember that, Danae?
Yeah, I do actually. It's been so long, but I do remember that. It was almost like a little phone booth or something that came down.
Did you watch it on Nick at Night? I think that's where I watched it.
Probably. I'm gonna say yes, because I don't really remember, but it has to have been
because we weren't
something
alive
like that.
when it was on, so it had to be reruns.
We were alive. We're not sure if we're alive now. I'm feeling vampiric these days. So.
Nice. Is that the lack of sleep or the blood sucking?
Both. I played Dungeons and Dragons with some people yesterday, and we met a vampire, and that was kind of fun. And my character knew that they were going to go meet someone that was a vampire, but she doesn't exactly know for sure that he's a vampire. So she just described that he had tusks, which to kind of be they sort of, there's the tusk teeth. And so I think they probably assumed they were about to meet an orc or something. But
yeah, that would be more common than a vampire.
Turns around, it's like this gaunt face and slicked back, black hair. He takes his gloves off. He's got like long pointy fingers, with and then he smiles and he's got these teeth. And they're just like, wait, where did you just send us? And my character's like, into the layer of darkness.
Shenanigans will happen. I love how not obtuse, naive she is to what scares people.
Yeah, she
what
really
should be
is
scary. And the answer to the question of how many puns is too many is that number doesn't exist. It's one of the few numbers that is too high to comprehend.
Mm-hmm. Is it infinite? I don't know.
Bigger than that, larger. Should we start a show? Should we do it with your permission?
Oh, my permission? You need Jonathan's permission.
Jonathan will respectfully do things.
Okay.
You'll derail me.
100. Well, yeah, prepare yourself for the hot seat, my friend.
God, I am so boring. Jonathan will respectively do things. Now I want to act out.
Yes!
No, I don't want to.
Come on, Jonathan. Come into the chaos with me.
I don't even know how
I will send you to the headmaster's
I am
room.
boring. That's the problem. I'm very boring.
No, you're not. Because you'll just snipe me out of nowhere and it'll be unexpected.
Oh, yeah, but you get me too.
I feel like if it was a real life situation where, Jonathan, you're like, I think maybe I could act up. And I started to get really excited and jump around and be like, let's go. You would just stand there like,
you have no idea what to do.
My mind.
I'm going to get some water.
Should we ask the dogs if we should go live?
Shall we? Dogs? Can we go live? I forgot I was meant to be asking.
Do you speak dog?
Ruff. I'm using the Emperor's New Groove school of animal talking.
Squeak, the squirrel. Squeak.
Squeakerson.
Yeah, you're doing great.
They're not reacting.
I feel like they're really bored.
Hey, Twix, look at my beard. Look at my beard.
They have beard envy of each other. That's true.
Well, no, I think he's in fear of my beard because he runs away from my face unless it's covered.
Oh, can we talk about that, Chad?
Yeah. It's really...
Ian and I, as you guys know, have been hanging out Dungeons and Dragonsing, and then obviously working together for a while. He's seen my dogs on camera a lot.
For a year.
And then he's actually here, and he's so excited to meet my dogs. And Twix, my blonde dog, hates him. Jonathan, he hates him.
That's weird.
The worst. And Reese's loves me. Like, Reese's fell asleep on me, but Twix just loses his little mind. He just goes...
It's weird. Dogs are interesting. They'll just randomly not like you.
He doesn't. I think it's the beard.
Well, as an experiment at Thanksgiving, I walked into the room. I'm not going to cover like this, and he was
covering
fine.
His face completely.
Covering
the beard.
Yeah.
And I sat on the sofa next to him and was there for like 5 minutes, and then I slowly lowered my hat, and he went fucking apeshit and just legged it. And I was like, "It's the beard."
It's definitely the beard.
What? Mm-hmm. Well, I guess we're just going to have to shave your beard. No.
Yeah, but legit.
Tempted. Actually tempted, because I need that love so much. But the irony would be if Reese's then hates me because I don't have a beard.
Oh, no. How long does it take for you to grow your beard? That's the other question.
Well, to get to this length, couple of months. Yeah.
So that's a big choice.
Yeah, it's a big choice. If I'd have to be non-bearded for 2 months.
Do you trim it yourself?
Stubbly and then... Sorry?
Do you trim it yourself, or do you go have it trimmed?
No, I have a barber.
Yeah, I would think you'd have to. I trim my goatee myself, but yeah, if I had a full-on beard, I'd have to.
Goatees are much easier to do.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
This situation is a nightmare. But yeah.
Yeah. So the idea could be maybe Twix hates people with red hair, So you should...
I don't see why that's a problem with me. Specifically, that wouldn't seem to apply in this case.
We don't know. I mean, we're just throwing darts at the board.
Which one's Twix again? The blonde.
This blonde one, yeah. He's
caramel.
He's really gentle and sweet and very sensitive.
No, he's an asshole, is what he is. He's a poor judge of character.
If you ever had to take care of them, though, after like one day of you feeding him, he'd be fine. Because he'd be like, that one feeds me.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
At like the back end of like a day, he would, like, if I've been there for a few hours, he will eventually come up to me and be like, "Oh, I guess you're not so bad." But we're right back to square one the next day.
Yeah, we had my brother-in-law's Chihuahua didn't like me for the longest time, and then when we had to keep her for like a week, she eventually realized I was the only one that was going to take care of her if she was here. So she was like, "Oh, I like you now."
No.
I changed my opinion.
Yeah, I have little choice here.
Oversoul says, I once had a beagle that never barked at anybody for any reason, but the moment one of my friends put what looked like a dead crow on their head for Halloween, I'm glad that you referenced those Halloween. He went nuts and freaked out. Well, I mean, that seems fair. That's fair. So maybe your beard is a dead crow to Twix.
So have you seen the it was on TikTok or YouTube or something, and there's like a house filled with like 15 cats, and the owner comes around the corner with a massive cat like mask on, and you've never seen 15 cats just run through a wall so quick. They're just like, nope, not dealing with this.
I haven't seen that.
You are a 6 foot tall cat.
I know we got to start the show, but I just want to tell you that someone told me yesterday. No, it was a D&D. We were talking about things that we fear, and so I was talking about my phobia, my irrational fear of sharks.
Not irrational.
Yeah, not irrational.
It's pretty we're talking about that, and I was like, I don't think it's just sharks. I think it's gaping maws in general. Like when I think about gaping maw, that's like a thing that if I think about it too much, it's not great. And so then one of the people proceeds to tell a story that like maybe Jonathan, you probably know about this because you like really like obscure things, and I think it's fascinating. But like I guess there was this guy who was doing some sort of like harpooning, like free floating harpooning in the water. Like he's one of those divers who goes under the water and like just does shit that you're not supposed to do without, I don't know, a boat. And anyway, so he's down there
or a cage,
and he's with a whole bunch of krill and got eaten by a whale.
Wait,
really? Whale? Yeah,
because the whale was eating the krill, and then he was just in the way.
We skip over.
Geppettoed?
I don't know this.
I called it. Who's the guy from the Bible?
Noah?
Jonah.
I mean, Jonah in the Bible.
Noah is one of the people in the Bible.
Did they teach the Bible the same in England?
Jesus. Was it Jesus?
So anyhow, he gets like consumed, but he stays in this whale's mouth.
Nope.
For like an hour?
No.
And he describes his experience of essentially like, okay, this is where I know I'm a bad person. I know I'm going to get judged for this. I can't.
Wait, you're going to have to explain something. Hold on. You said he got killed.
No, he was not killed.
Oh, he was eaten.
He survived.
He was eaten. Yeah.
Oh, because I was like, how did he explain this after he died?
No, I thought he died too.
So now we're talking about a zombie with intelligence.
Yeah, we have a zombie whale guy. So the people that were telling me the story started to describe what's happening. I start giggling.
Are they dead serious?
And everyone else is like, oh, like they're horrified. And so here's what.
No, but it is funny.
Here's what was described. And I'm sure this guy is traumatized. He had like broken bones. Like he obviously not great. And I'm sure if I watched him explaining it, I would feel a lot more empathy. But this is, a Dungeons and Dragons person saying like, did you hear about the guy that got eaten by a whale? So then he describes how like the guy was explaining how it was like this gigantic tongue that kept like bopping him around.
Is that how he broke bones?
Yeah. So it's like the tongue was like moving him around.
So how did he get out?
The whale spit him out.
Oh.
So like he kept like getting smashed against the whale mouth on the inside by this tongue that was like, and it was like wet and there was water everywhere and I'm sure it smelled terrible. And then like he felt like he was getting whipped around back and forth, which is apparently when the whale was like spitting him up, and then he just opened up his mouth and like expelled him out, and he survived. And anyway, that's what I was told.
I'm going to put my foot down and start the show, so you're just going to have to deal with it.
We should probably do that.
Nah, hold on a second. Michael Packard is the guy's name.
Welcome to Behind the Scenes.
He was lobster diving in Cape Cod.
Ah, that's why you had the harpoon.
And I like this part of this particular website's like short, succinct version, which was like, he quickly realized he had been swallowed by a whale. Well, yeah.
Yeah, quickly realized.
Josh Zero, by the way, just said it's kind of the same as being in a forest with bugs. I agree with you. I also don't get camping. So I'm so we're I'm not being hypocritical here. I don't get either one of those.
That's fair.
I like the beach though. I like just being on the beach and reading a book.
Good.
Yeah.
Can we start the show?
With a nice breeze.
I have never felt Aaron's pain more really than I do now. Are we good?
I want to sit in on a taping of Captain's Pod then, see how that goes.
Oh, you do not. They're 7 hours long.
Hey, Captain's Pod episode 0. We should talk about that.
Listen.
Yes.
I was very specific. Are you sure you want to do a podcast with me?
And I said yes because it's a limited run. So
That's true. That's true.
So are you just there with Jen and the kids?
Yeah.
Because they didn't go, did they? They didn't go to New York, did they?
Nope.
Hey,
I am the man of the house.
Go grab something out of the house and bring it for show and tell.
From what Aaron says, Jen runs that house, so I don't think there is a man. I think there's a woman of that house, and that's it.
Oh my God, it worked, Jonathan.
What happened?
I said go grab something in the house for show and tell it. He literally left the room. I wonder what he's gonna get. Oh dear.
We do actually need to start soon. I have to work today.
I do too. God, Ian. Let's just. Should I send him to the bedroom?
Oh no.